Okay. Good morning. Hi, y'all. So I realized a couple of things that were missing from my plot, and that she would spy on these people. She learned how to keep it to herself, but she'd spy on these people and decided that she never was going to
at the next light
do anything
left.
about it. She was curious, but I specifically chose that angle because I thought it was cool. I like this. I think it's cool. All right, so the most cool thing about me right now, the most interesting thing about my life at this moment is this drink that's right in front of me. This is horchata, I believe. And okay, I had to write it down. It is strawberry horchata with sea salt cream, coconut lychee, and a tamarind straw. And it is from a place called 0 Degrees. So I'm very excited to have this. I really don't like doing YouTube videos the way I'm planning on doing this one, which is very low effort, low edits. I like to do things thoroughly, and that's why I make so few YouTube videos, is because I take a lot of actual video content with the goal of making lots of YouTube videos, and I never have enough time to do that. That's really good. Apparently I don't know how to use this straw. Maybe it's not for using as a straw. Maybe I'll just keep it in there and see what happens. See if it melts. So I probably won't get a chance to make an actual YouTube video for a while, most likely. And my only chance to make YouTube videos is probably going to be in this format, where I am in a hotel room on the job, rather than when I'm at home in front of my editing empire. Rather than when I'm at home in front of my editing station. But right now I am looking at screensavers of a house that we are moving to in 35 freaking days. I have put any attempt at YouTube video making on hold. I have put serious writing time on hold for now, but I have not put aside serious plot learning. So I have a video that I recorded on my good camera with my microphone and all the stuff from a different hotel, showing all the books that I'm reading for a plot. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. I have read, I had the book and the audiobook for Save the Cat, and for a couple of K.M. Weiland's books on plotting, which I've finished a couple of, and a couple of them I am through enough of it to get me through the end of the first act, because I'm kind of working chronologically and I'm learning the steps of writing of these. I'll have like 5 books on plotting, and if I want to get through the first half of my book, then I'll listen to what's supposed to happen through up until the first act, and then I will stop my reading there. The Save the Cat Writes a Novel, I've listened to the whole of that and taken lots of highlighting notes and put those notes into an Excel spreadsheet, and I've started significantly modifying my concept of my first book with those guidelines. And it's still not really sitting fully in my head yet if the whole story, it needs more tweaking and work, but at least it is on its way. Yummy, highly recommend. I've also been intermittent fasting for 3 months. It's been working out really well. I lost 17 pounds in 3 months, and I'm going to start vlogging about that at the end of my writing vlogs. So if anyone's interested to continue watching for the health portion of it, you can. I do alternate day fasting, and I've also been using a Lumen, and I've been recording my results that I get from my Lumen on my eating days and on my fasting days. And my goal in doing that is obviously, first of all, for myself to lose weight, and then secondly, to be educational to all of you. And you can see that on my eating days, I'm not holding back. I'm eating what I want to. I had pho today, which is noodle soup. I had bubble tea, and now I'm having this sugar drink, and I had a couple of pot stickers. So after this drink, I'm going to stop eating and start fasting, and I'll fast for 36 hours, and 36 hours later, I'll have, again, whatever I want to eat. So it's worked out great. I mentioned that we are in the process of a lot of house things right now. We have almost sold our old home, which we've been renting out for 2 years, and we already signed the closing paperwork, and we're expecting it to be completely finalized, buttoned up, transaction finished any moment. So it's evening time now at 7 p.m. So tomorrow we might see the funds roll into the account, which we're going to be putting into escrow because we're moving again. So we have lived in our current home for 2 years, which is a beautiful home, but it's too big for us, etc. And we're moving 45 minutes south to another place on the Oregon coast, and we basically feel like we have found our dream home. It also is a fixer-upper, but that's kind of what we do. We really like to fix homes up, and we feel like we finally have found the place now that we won't want to move from. And of course that means getting all of our stuff out. We have a lot of construction to do. We have to paint all the walls, all the stuff. So when I get my videos up, which is going to be after all that's done, you're going to see all of the footage of all the stuff that we've been doing. So when I'm at home, I am either working because I work from home, or when I'm not working, I am packing boxes, I'm cleaning, I'm organizing, I'm finding stuff to give away, I'm throwing stuff away, I'm, organizing our paperwork for the contracts that we're signing and all the stuff, and, being super diligent about keeping receipts on all of the stuff that we're spending to improve the house and all the things, because I'm the paperwork girly in the family, the bookkeeping girly, the finance girly. And so it's 100% in for this move, which is a huge move. Gotta get our dogs moved over, gotta get our chickens moved over, gotta get our cat moved over, all the things. So we basically have 35 days to change our lives. And if we fail at this, at what we're supposed to be doing, we will fail at getting this house. We will not get the house of our dreams. It's as simple as that. It's all on our shoulders. I've had a couple of awesome busy weekends. 2 weekends ago, I went to my colleague's wedding, which was amazing. Last weekend, I went up to Seattle, and I went up to celebrate my daughter's graduation ceremony for esthetology school. Hung out with my mom and my family, and I've been traveling a lot for work lately because we're rolling out a new pharmacy in our buildings. So it's been really busy. It's been very productive. Lots of different things in different categories happening at the same time. Family, friends, house moving or house buying, house selling, house renting, work, and writing. And my mom and I also went through the HB90 program, which is Sarah Cannon's program for goal setting and I'm a little bit behind on that. The program has officially finished. I'm still catching up, but on evenings like this where I'm home at a hotel in the middle of a work travel week, I'm trying to take a little bit of time to keep catching up. I'm not giving up. I'm really excited and trying to grab those little fun cherries on top moments where I get to just kind of do a little bit of something that's just because I like it. So I'll do some of that tonight. I'll spend a little tiny bit of time on my plot, on writing. I have been having, as I always do, or as I often do at least, dreams that are really good creative plot ideas for the story. And like I have said before, whether or not I actually have put out the videos in which I said this before, I do feel like maybe not all of them, but most of them, I feel like God is putting in my head, because this is a Christian fantasy series, and I'm doing this in the service for God, for the spirit of Christianity. It is a fantastical world which expresses Christian concepts in a creative way. If I were more interested in making more money or other things like that, I would be working on getting my bachelor's and master's in nursing, and could be nurse practitioner or other things like that, which are more guaranteed paths to more money. I could be doing YouTube videos on nursing and assisted living, but I'm really feeling like this is what God wants me to do, is write this series. And I felt that way for a couple of years, and I feel a little bit guilty when I'm being slow at it. But anyway, I always write down my moments of inspiration, my ideas that I have, even if it's in the middle of the night. I've learned I need to wake myself up, roll over and type it into my notes app on my phone, because I certainly will forget it by the time I wake up, and I never want to lose a good idea, because it could be the idea that really reaches people and that makes the book a lot better. And I am doing a version of NaNoWriMo this November. NaNoWriMo has closed down, but I'm probably going to do Sarah Cannon's Rough Draft Challenge, is what it's called, which is her replacement version of NaNoWriMo. And my goal is still going to be the 50,000 words, just like NaNoWriMo was. Maybe in a different video I'll talk about my feelings about NaNoWriMo. They're not that strong. My feelings about NaNoWriMo are not that strong, but that is a reflection of my personality, more than the fact that it's, what the drama was about, or what the protests to it were about, which I completely understand. So that's what's been going on with me. I'm going to edit this on iMovie on my phone, which I completely hate the idea of editing a video on iMovie and putting it on YouTube, because I just feel like I have so little control of it over the editing and all this stuff. But sometimes you just have to make perfect not be the enemy of the good, or not let perfect be the enemy of the done. And I just want to get something out to you guys, so I will throw some clips onto the end here, and I'm going to use iMovie's music background in this whole thing, and so probably it's going to get copywritten, because in my experience before, I think that my iMovie's music gets copywritten, but I'm not making any money right now anyway on YouTube, so that's okay. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.